Hi, Travis with Splunk here. Wanted to revisit and show you how I've updated an old dashboard that I posted on YouTube about 2 years ago around Netflow Activity. When I started looking at this data, I realized that I'm only telling half the story. What I mean by that is if I come over here to my SNMP bandwidth utilization, not only do I have the in, what data is coming in, but I have an out. So if I do see a spike here, I wasn't able to come over to my Netflow activity dashboard and identify which device was sending data out. So during this video, we're going to rebuild this dashboard. I'm actually not going to rebuild it from scratch. I'm going to modify it, but I'm going to show you that process. I've already done it. And then I thought it'd be a great idea if I just show you how I added the new features to this. So first, let's jump over to documentation. Not going to go into too much documentation. Going to be very similar to the other. What I'll do is I'll make sure all the links that I had from the other video, the original video for Netflow activity, is in here. But I will be going into how updating drill downs. So if you would like, go check out that. And I am still using this network topology custom visualization. Now the app has been archived. I am on Splunk version 9.4.0 and it still works. But at some point I'll probably find or maybe look at a different app. Haven't decided yet, but I'll get there. But first things first, let's get this dashboard updated. All right, to do this, we're going to click the edit button. This is a simple XML dashboard, not transferred or transitioned this over to Dashboard Studio Builder because of the network topology custom visualization. That is not supported in Dashboard Studio Builder. We're going to stick with the simple XML until I come up with another way to visualize this data in Dashboard Studio Builder. That'll be another video down the road. But first, let's click Edit. And then we're going to come in here and look at the source. I would highly recommend before you make any changes to copy everything here. Control A, C, copy all of this, put it into a text document before you make any changes, just in case you mess something up and you don't know what you did and you want to go back to a point in time where everything was working. I'm going to unclick out of there. Now, what I will have to do, because I am using post-processing in this dashboard, where I have a base search that powers multiple child searches, I'm going to have to get rid of this destination underscore IP in line 4 here, because I don't want it to be hard-coded to that in my base search. And what I will do, I can either do it from here inside of the code like this and start adding for each of my queries that attach to the base search, start adding that search or updating that search, or I can go back to the UI and click on the magnifying glass to edit the search. I actually have what I want over right hand side here. I'm copying that now. I'm going to bring that over here and paste it. I'm going to hit Control Pipe. I'm going to reorganize the lines here. What I want is destination underscore IP. And I don't want to see the internal traffic. I know I didn't have it in the original version, but I'm going to put it in there now. I don't want to see the internal traffic. I want to just see outside traffic for this dashboard. I could create another dashboard around just internal only. If you want, remove, if you want all traffic to your, internal devices, you do what makes sense for your team. I'm going to click apply. So this will rerun the search again, and it should be similar to what we were looking at before. I know the timestamp has changed. I had a meeting I had to pause and come back to, but here we are getting the same amount of data. And this is for downloaded. I wanted to get another panel here for uploaded. There's a couple ways that we can go about doing this. I can come up to the top and say add a panel, copy a search, redo my chart, or I could go back to the source, find the section that has all that information. So if I'm going to come here, the line 21 for me could be different for you depending on what you have done. But I'm going to copy everything in row from 21 all the way down to, I could use the mouse wheel. But here down to 67. Copy all of that. And we just want to make sure that we're copying row and then copy to where it's closed out. So I can follow it back. If I just want the panel, I could copy that. If I just wanted the chart, I can go to chart to chart. So hopefully you can see, even title. Well, title actually closes out right here. So yeah, I could copy panel to panel, row to row, chart to chart, but I'm going to do row to row. What I'm going to do is come back here to line 67. I'm going to insert, paste that in there. I have no red, I have no issues populating right now. So I should be able to go back to the UI and see two identical dashboards or panels in my dashboard. There we go. So we're going to start making our changes here. So I need uploaded because I want this to show my devices and who they're talking to. I'm going to have to go in here and edit the search. Now I could have went inside of the code, but I like using a GUI. I'm going to switch this. I want to see the source IPs and who they're talking to. I can't have that. I need to have that say DEST. And I will need to update my time chart transforming command down here so it matches the source, what I want to see. Click apply. This should reload again with a different data set, the top one here. So here's my devices and top downloaders, and here's my top talkers going outside. Now, the custom, the network topology visualization, if I click on something up here like BK Night, I will get a chart of all the different IP addresses that are communicating with my device. I do see some, firewall is coming in. I might take the time and go ahead and filter that out, or you can leave that alone, but I'll probably go ahead and filter that out. Hopefully I can get it done in one shot. But if I clicked on the top chart. If I click on something down here, let's say Hall K8S, once again, it's showing all the traffic coming in. This is not ideal, not what I want. I want to be able to click here and see what it's talking to. I want it to match this data. What we need to do is create a set of drill downs. I'm going to come up here and say more actions, edit drill down. Right now, if I click on a host name, it's just going to pass the click name value. If I show you that search again, or not that search, but if I come down here and show you this search, it's looking at search destination host. So not only have I got it hard coded for destination host, I need to get a different drill down and fix this as well. So I'm going to call this $dir as direction, call it whatever you want. I'll click apply. But now it's broken because I haven't created the actual drill downs. Let's get here and say add new dir, and I'm actually going to hard code the token value, which you can do. So I'm going to call this one dest_host, click apply, and then I'm going to come down here to upload and edit drill down, add new. We're going to say dir for the name, token name, and then src_host. Click apply. Now we can come in here to this title and put $dir $equals, so I can see that the token is getting passed. I'm going to click save so you can see the token pass. If I click on BK Night, now I have source_host BK Night 02, and we can see where BK Night is talking to. And if I wanted to, I can come up here to Hall K8S, and now it's traffic coming in. So I have that matching pretty good right now. The last piece, well, other than, let's give it a try. Other than, removing firewall, what I can do, I'm going to click edit. I'm going to go to this edit search, and I'm going to copy this portion of the search. I want to pass that as a drill down to the one search. So I'm going to say range, call it IP range. You can call it whatever. And the same thing, I'm going to take that value and paste it into here. And I'm going to click and apply. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Edit drill down, add new, say range. Then click apply. And now I should be able to update this search with $, and in between. Click apply. And I could put in range, $, dollars. So I'm going to click save to save my work. I'm going to refresh this. There we go. It's reloading the data for myself. Then I think it was BK Night. You can see I'm passing that information. Oh, I need to change that. All right, let's go fix that because I accidentally, if I click on BK Night over here, it's showing the same thing because all I did was copy the the same thing over. So let me click edit. If you do the same thing as I just did, I needed to copy this and then come back and edit my drill down. I'm just going to redo it, say range. Sometimes your problems could be as simple as that. It's a typo. And now if I click on BK Night, I should get where it's talking and no more firewall located in there. The last piece I want to work on, which I went through all these steps when I was first building this, is the final panel down here. If I look at the search here, I also have destination_host right there. So I need to click $dir, $. I'm going to click apply. So now I can click on, if I were to click on, say, Hall K8S, it should show me the IP addresses I'm talking to, and then I should be able to see here's source IP, and then here's the destination, and it going out, and then showing me, destination outside because it's not an internal IP address. I can then come back up here, click on BK Night for all the traffic that's coming in. Got one that's really high, and there's the really high one. Here's my source IP and which device it's talking to. I may have to edit search. Nope. I won't have to adjust that one. Now I'm going to click save and have a more complete dashboard in the end. You know what? I forgot to update this here. We're just going to call it version 2.1. We're going to click save. Now we have Netflow Activity View version 2.1. Make changes if you don't like the way that looks, however you want it. Everything should be working where I can see here is I ran a speed test with my desktop, and then I was in a meeting, sharing screen and meeting whatnot. But here I did a speed test. You can see the upload and the download numbers, and I'm able to then click and drill down to show the difference between traffic from the outside coming into a device, or click on that and see my traffic and be able to move this around and go, hey, I want to look at that one. Here it is. And then once again, more complete. As I was reviewing the video for submission, I noticed I forgot to cover one last thing. Now, after you've selected which host that you want to look more into, at the very bottom, I'm actually using the Network Toolkit which I'll make sure to have links to these different apps that I have been using in this dashboard. But down at the bottom here, I can get, field selection, so I can add more fields if I'd like to. However, I want to look at this data. But the most important thing is when I click on source IP, that's going to pass it over to the right. It doesn't help me out here because the WHOIS isn't going to know this private IP range. And if I click on destination IP, because that's what I want to know, it's still going to pass the most left-hand column. And that's because, and let me click edit and go back down here. If I go and somehow edit did not register, go. So if I come back down here, click three dots, more actions, edit drill down, that's because of the click value. And you can see right here, leftmost field column value will be passed. I'm actually going to remove that and select click value 2, which this will pass whatever field I am clicking on. Do that, apply, and I will go ahead and hit save. And now once I come down here, you will see that this IP token will change whatever I click on, and it'll run the WHOIS and give me that information I'm looking for, of identifying what is this device talking to. I can click on 8888. So wanted to cover that really quickly and make sure to give you that so you can update your dashboards with that same information. Hopefully you found this video useful, seeing how I've progressed in making this dashboard better than it was. We've covered a lot here actually with the drill downs of manually hard coding, setting the value, passing different kinds of values, and even the click value, how you can change that, perform different actions. As always, happy spelunking. See you on the next video.